Saturday. I thought it would be fun to do a get ready with me slash get to know me, since I've never properly introduced myself onto this channel. And it is currently 7:10. I have a wedding that I need to get ready for, and drink of choice this morning is Alani cotton candy. Wouldn't say I have an addiction to caffeine because I typically don't drink caffeine on Sundays. If I don't have a wedding on Saturdays, I typically won't drink caffeine either, but I do have an Alani addiction. 9 times out of 10, if I'm drinking caffeine, it's always an Alani, and if it's not an Alani, then it's coffee. I never really drink, well, I won't say that's true. 8 times out of 10, it's an Alani. The other times, it's either a Gorgie or a Bloom energy drink or coffee. I like Alani because they're 200 milligrams of caffeine, so nothing crazy. I have some questions written out that I thought would be fun to kind of answer while I'm getting ready, so that way you guys can get to know me a little bit better. And I'm also going to take you guys with me along my like 10-15 minutes makeup routine. I don't typically do anything crazy in my makeup routine just because I don't wear a lot of makeup usually. And whenever I do, I just don't like a lot. So first I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I had the e.l.f. like, what is it? Nope. Give me a second. Milk Makeup dupe or whatever. Not quite sure where it is. Okay, I found it. Yeah, the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Okay, so the first question that I have is my name, age, and my occupation. My name is Kayla. I'm 26. I work as a nanny during the week, Monday through Friday, and then Saturdays, sometimes Sundays. 2 different hair teams that I work on. I have been doing hair for 5 years now, which is kind of crazy to think about. I went to cosmetology school back in 2020 and graduated 2021. Went to Paul Mitchell. If you know, you know. Worked in a salon for a little bit, and then the salon ended up closing. So I moved into a salon suite with one of the girls that I worked at said salon. And we kept that space for a little less than a year. Our lease, I think, was 11 months long. And during that time, I also worked at a blowout bar. e.l.f. foundation brush. I worked at a blowout bar during that time as well, just to have some extra money. Because, yeah, funding a salon studio is not cheap. And I just needed some extra money, so worked there for like a little over a year, and then left there to work on the hair and makeup team that I'm currently working on. And I work just about every single Saturday, which can be a lot, but I'm typically done by, like today I think I'll be done by like 2:30, so it's really not that bad because I still have, you know, the rest of my Saturday and whatnot. And I genuinely don't see it as work. Like, I love doing brides. I feel like in the hair world, it's very few and far between of stylists that love doing bridal makeup or bridal hair, sorry. And it's typically like the ones that I know that love doing bridal hair, that's typically all that they do. Some of them do full service, like some of the girls that work on the team do full service, they work in a salon. But then other girls that I know, this is like all that they do, and yeah, they love it. I have gotten questions recently if I do makeup. I do not do makeup. I did makeup. We do like a big team training every year. I did makeup on my friend, I think it was 2024 whenever I did it, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to wear makeup. It just was not for me. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. concealer. Next question, I kind of already answered it. How did I get started in bridal hair? Blowout bar, we did a ton of wedding hair, or like special event hair, and I went on one on-site wedding and I absolutely loved it. Like, fully was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And Kayla, who owns, not me, the owner of the team that I work on, her name is also Kayla, but I'd been following her on social media for quite a while and always admired her work. And I posted an updo that I did that was inspired by one of her updos, and she slid up on it, and I had like a full, I don't think I've ever told her this, but I've had like a full fangirl moment, and ended up asking her, or like told her like how she's such an inspiration to me, blah blah blah. And then I asked her if her company was hiring. Thankfully they were. Okay, my go-to coffee order whenever I'm not drinking an Alani is iced vanilla latte with almond milk. I started drinking almond milk whenever I started dating my boyfriend because he a milk person. I didn't really care too much about it at first, but yeah, I started drinking it whenever we started dating, and now like if I forget to order almond milk with my lattes, or if they don't put almond milk in there and they accidentally put regular milk, I can taste the difference. Always iced. The only time that I ever drink hot coffee is usually if I'm making it at home and I just don't have the time to make an iced drink from home. 7 Brew, I've been getting their Blondie, and that I think has caramel in it, and that is pretty good. But my typical coffee order, iced vanilla latte with almond milk, nothing special. Bridal trend that I am loving right now, clean, simple, and just very romantic hairstyles. I, don't get me wrong, love a good like textured bun or like extravagant something. My nose contour looks insane. Hold on. I will say, I love a good clean and simple style. Not a bridal hairstylist. You're probably gonna be like, girl, what? But I love doing Hollywood waves. Anytime someone shows me a picture of Hollywood waves and they're like, can you do this? I'm like, yes, I sure can. I'll show you an example of like what I'm talking about. Something like this. I love that so much. Another example would be something like this. Is it focusing? Love that. Kind of similar vibes. This isn't really clean and simple, but also a hair trend that I've really been loving. A very high textured updos. Now I'm just going in with my e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. Foundation, I don't think I said it, but foundation I used the e.l.f. Halo Glow mixed with the Il Makiage. Question, what made me, or like why did I decide to start a YouTube channel? I have always wanted a YouTube channel. I have been watching YouTube literally since like high school. Like Bethany Moda, Lore DIY, Jada Doll, like all of them. Especially Bethany Moda, because I used to want to be a fashion designer. So watching her videos of like what to wear for the first day of school and all of those, like I just loved. And also I'm a huge craft girl, and so watching Lore DIY and all her DIYs, like I just loved watching those growing up. And yeah, I always wanted one. And then as I got older, I started watching like Laura Lee, Manny, Juicy Jazz. If you guys don't follow Juicy Jazz on YouTube, you should. I love her so much. She's like a beauty guru. I love her. I love her videos. She does vlogs and stuff too. I've always imagined myself like having a YouTube channel, doing it, and I used to be scared for the longest time, scared of what people would think of me from like high school, middle school even, just afraid of what people would think about me or what people would have to say about me on the internet. With that, I want to say really quick, do not let those people hold you back from what it is that you want to do in life. I've been out of school for I think 7 years, maybe going on 8 years now. And honestly, like, me starting a YouTube channel, if people have something to say about that, that says more about them than it does me. And same goes to you. Like, if people have something to say with you wanting to start a YouTube channel or a TikTok or your own business, whatever it is, if you're worried about what people are going to say, if it's something negative, it says something more about them than it does you. I have big dreams and big goals, and if people, again, have something negative to say about it, I'm not going to let them get in the way of that. So my message to you, from one small creator to the next, if you want to start on this journey of social media, just do it. Who cares what people are going to say? People are always going to have something to say. I posted a video on my YouTube shorts of my dog. It was like a trend going around of, I almost forgot that this is the whole point. And it was a video of me letting her out of her crate after being in there while I was at work, and how excited she was. And people, not everybody, but some people were like ripping me in the comments about like, would you crate your child? And oh my gosh, that's horrible. Why would you do that? Blah, blah, blah. And like, I really started feeling bad about myself. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I a bad dog owner? But then I realized, one, people don't know my dog. She's a massive chewer. She's also a rescue that was previously adopted, brought back to the Humane Society after about 3 months with her previous family. And then my boyfriend and I adopted her. So he's a high anxiety dog. And they did say, the previous owners had said that they left her out once while they like ran to the store, and she had destroyed their house. So we live in a rental, like we can't, anyways, I'm justifying myself. I took the video down, but then I realized, one, my dog, and these people don't know my dog, two, did cure all diseases, and somebody's gonna find something negative to say. So anyways, little rant over. If you want to start content creation, just start it, and don't worry about what other people have to say. Okay, back on track. Advice for aspiring bridal hairstylists. Now I'm going in with my, what is this, Ace Beauty bronzer palette. I got this in my BoxyCharm whenever I used to have BoxyCharm, and I love it so much, and I wish I still have BoxyCharm, but I don't know. Has it gotten expensive? I don't know. I haven't had it in a while. So I would say, if you are someone that either struggles with bridal hairstyling or you find it intimidating, I would grab a mannequin, look up on TikTok or Instagram, literally anywhere. Just look up tutorials on how to do things. Take it step by step. I just ordered a mannequin, so I'm actually going to start uploading some tutorials on here and teach you guys how I break down a look whenever someone shows me like an inspo photo, or like how I learned how to do specific styles. Watch the video entirely. This is what I did. Watch the video entirely, then grab your mannequin or your friend, whatever. Or you're crowning the hair, pause it, do that. Like, take it step by step and pause the video as you're going. And invest in good products. It pains me every time that I go to the beauty supply store and I have to spend a pretty penny on the products that I use, but I use those products because those are my tried and trues, and those are what I have found to work for me. So don't be afraid to do trial and error with products, but also invest in good products. Now I'm just going in with my e.l.f. I don't know what shade this is, but it's like a peachy blush, and then I like to mix it. Actually, I'm not gonna mix it today. Sometimes I mix it with the NYX Sweet Cheeks in Color Bang Bang. Sometimes I mix it with that, but I think I just want like a peachy look today since I'm wearing green. Okay, the last question that I have is, if I could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? And this is a very loaded question for me. For lip combo, I just used the Maybelline Color Sensational in the shade Magnetic Mauve. I could like pack up my family and take them with me. I honestly would probably live somewhere over in Europe. One, it's so beautiful over there, but two, the work-life culture is completely different. And I like that. I don't love the hustle and bustle culture, and I feel like there's a real struggle with work-life balance. Those are all the questions that I have. Yeah, that's it. Oh my goodness, I skipped one. What's on my current playlist? This is funny. Funny you should ask, because let's see. I listen to Apple Music. I am not a Spotify girly. So you can already see your 2025 like replay playlist. So let's see what it is for 2025, because I could probably, yeah. Can we see the first 3 songs? I'm going to go see The Weeknd in August, so I've been listening to that album on repeat. My heavy rotations playlist on Apple Music, it's going to be the exact same. Actually, The Weeknd, we have a SZA and more Weeknd, and we have some random songs, but mostly The Weeknd, Hurry Up Tomorrow. That is what is on my current playlist. On rotation, constantly in my car, is The Weeknd. Typically Ariana Grande too, but huge fan of her last album. I just wasn't. Dangerous Woman, Thank You Next, and Positions are like my top 3. I just didn't really like this one. Her and Post Malone. Those are like my top 3 artists typically, is The Weeknd, Ariana Grande, Post Malone. But The Weeknd is just all I've been The Weeknd and the Wicked soundtrack is all I've been listening to. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was so fun to like sit down and chat with you guys and get to know you guys better. I'm excited that you guys get to know me better. Sorry we haven't had a proper introduction before. Oh my goodness. I have some questions in the comments and let's chat. I will leave you with this question though. What is on your current playlist? Because I do want to listen to some new songs. So what are you currently listening to? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.